So how's things with you this morning?
Well, I've had me dinner. Got it at 11:15.
Yeah, they're getting earlier with your Sunday dinner.
Yeah, well, it's how it is weekends. It's funny old place weekends.
Yeah. What did you have today then? Did you have chicken?
I don't go on the yard weekends. On Sunday, I should say.
Right.
Sunday's my day of rest, so I eat as much as I can. Whatever I get hold of, I eat it.
Yeah.
And like I say, I've just had a yoghurt now, and as I was licking the lid, I thought, I wonder if Steve's got the answer to this.
Yeah, there isn't an answer, but I think it's just because you do. I think it's the human mentality. Waste not, want not.
Yeah, but the truth is, like posh people, they'd probably scrape it off with a spoon, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe he's like I've got to be honest. If I enjoy a dessert and I'm sitting in the house, not in a restaurant, of course, but if you enjoy a dessert, like say you get a nice bit of cheesecake and you pour some cream on it, then you've got to lick the plate.
Oh, yeah. Got to, mate. You've got to.
You've got to. You're just getting that last morsel, aren't you? You're getting the last.
It would be wrong not to, wouldn't it?
Yeah. The question with the yogurt pot, then, Charlie, is: Do you lick the yogurt? Do you lick the pot, the cover first, or do you leave it at the end?
No, what I do, I lick the top, and that's so it's clean, and then I lick the rim of the pot.
All right. Okay.
You know the rim of it.
Yeah.
I lick that, and then I dive in with a spoon.
Now, what flavour was it?
Strawberry.
Strawberry. Now, is it just a plate? Is it just like a ski yogurt?
No, proper yogurt. It had proper, like, strawberry sort of lumps in it.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
It was a nice yogurt, as it happens. Considering it was a prison yogurt.
They do these yogurt pot things these days now, where you get like bits which you can the bits are separate from the yogurt, so you get a yogurt pot, and then you can get maybe like biscuits crumbled in it. Well, they have the biscuits crumbled, but have it in a little separate bit. And what you do is you fold the pot over, and the bits drop into your plain yogurt.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Something a bit different that's been on the go for a few years now, but they do it with all different kinds. They do strawberry balls, they do chocolate, you name it, they do it. But it's a different way of doing it, so you can.
You see, what people don't realise, this jail, even though it's a max secure unit, it's a local fucking shithouse prison rules.
Yeah.
And our canteen ain't like what you get in Franklin or Full Sutton or Whitemore. In a max secure jail, where everyone's like max secure, the canteen's 100 times better.
Yeah.
I could buy, in Franklin, I could buy, if I got the money, obviously, because 9 times out of 10 I'm on basic and I ain't got fuck all. If I got a fiver to spend, I'm lucky,
Yeah.
But if I'm on a proper wing, I can buy tubs of ice cream, I can buy bags of potatoes, chicken legs, chicken breasts, pork chops, and do all my own cooking, see?
Now, where would you, so do they provide that to you, like, on bulk, and do you keep that in your cell, or do you
Oh, yeah.
So have you got a fridge?
On a proper unit or a proper wing, you got, like, freezers, you put them in bags, seal bags, and lads do their own cooking,
Yeah.
Yeah, they live good up there, mate. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
But like I say, if you're on basic, if you're in a bit of trouble and you're in the seg block like I always am, you got fuck all like that. You got nothing. Like
you always were, not because you're a changed bloke these days.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But the truth is, when you're only on a £5 a week, right?
Yeah.
You got to buy your toiletries out of that, your sweets out of that, your tea bags out of that, your fucking phone units out of that.
Yeah.
£5's nothing.
No, it's not really in the grand scheme of things.
At this moment of time, I'm like living in heaven.
Yeah.
I've got all my canteen, I've got my phone calls. Even though we're all on lockdown, I'm living it large, mate.
Yeah, you are. You're lucky.
Like I say to the lads here, because a lot of the boys here, they're moaning all the fucking time, mate.
Yeah.
Moan. I say to them, look, instead of moaning, fucking chin the governor, get on with it. I say, look, while you're here, while it's on lockdown all through the system, you're better off here than you would be in any other jail.
Yeah, it's true.
Because you're in a regime, you're in a routine, you've got your telly, they've all got DVD players, you know.
Have they?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm the only one who ain't got one. They've got CD players, they've got PlayStations.
Is that through choice? Is that through choice, Charlie, that you haven't got one?
Oh, that's my choice. My choice.
Because you prefer the radio, don't you?
Oh, lovely radio.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Oh, well, in about another 10 minutes, I'll be listening to the Chelsea match.
Yeah, 3 games on today, isn't there?
Yeah, Chelsea kick off, and then later, hold up. Let's have a look. 12 o'clock Chelsea kick off, then 2 o'clock Leicester.
Yeah.
4:30 Liverpool.
Yeah.
And 7:15 Spurs.
Who's going to win the league, Charlie?
Oh, it's going to be Liverpool, I think.
I tell you what, Man City are playing really well.
Man City?
Man City are playing really well.
Yeah, but look at the players they got. Fucking hell.
And they're missing their best player. Kevin De Bruyne is missing for 6 weeks.
Well, let's put it like this. In the 60s and 70s and part of the 80s, Liverpool were the cream team, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, they were the best.
And I honestly believe they're back now. They want it back.
I tell you what, if they win the league this season, it'll be a bigger achievement than winning it last year because they're behind. Because they're missing the defence, their best player, Van Dijk. But let's not forget, this weekend should only be about one thing.
What?
Indiana Jones taking over at Newcastle and helping Newcastle beat Everton 2-0. all thanks to Graham Jones, the coach.
I bet the fucking Magpies are still buzzing over that.
Oh, hey, well, it's just weird, mate, because obviously all we've had is doom and gloom, and obviously because we can't go to the game, the only contact we have is on social media or by text, but lots of people take the mick out of the Everton keeper, Jordan Pickford. We always say that he's got small hands, so we'll say that he looks like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So there's on the internet, there's loads of people have altered pictures of Jordan Pickford and they've made him look like a little Tyrannosaurus Rex, lying on the ground as the ball goes in the net.
Hey, what's your plan today?
I've already been out. I went and met Dave for a coffee, so I've been out for my walk along the quayside. So I've already done my 10-miler.
Nice.
So I'm back in the house. I'm going to have my dinner, and then I'm doing a couple of podcasts. Well, I'm doing 3 podcasts today. I'm doing my usual one today with Ian Mearns, who's an MP in Gateshead, just to talk about Newcastle. I'm going to have to pre-record the girls' show that I do on a Monday today because I'm going to Liverpool tomorrow to do Sean Atwood's podcast. Now, I did that last year. It was great for me. It gave us a big boost. It helped sell books and stuff. It had over 100,000 views. So I'm going back tomorrow to do part 2. So I'm going to be mentioning the poetry book. I'm going to be mentioning the documentary that Irene did. I'm going to be mentioning, basically the stuff that we've done together. So that'll be great. So hopefully gets us a bit of a boost on the poetry book, you know.
Oh, nice one. I got a nice card yesterday off my son Michael.
Oh, brilliant.
And I phoned Irene up because I was excited. It was a nice card. She got one exactly the same.
Oh.
And he's still in that nut house place. It's like a drug clinic or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And I've just arranged for some money to be sent to him to get him some trainers and sweat tops and what have you.
Nice.
And Irene reckons he's come to the stage in life now where he knows he's got to pull his socks up.
Well, that's good. Look, maturity changes people. When you grow up, sometimes you hit that wall. You either go one way or the other. So hopefully that's where he's at, you know. Yeah,
I think so. And he's been on them fucking shitty drugs for over 30 years, you know.
Yeah, once it gets a hold of you, Charlie, it's so difficult to get out.
Now, I'm going to tell you a fucking a story now that's so unbelievable, it's unreal. Now, he only come back into my life in 1996.
Yeah.
He actually thought I was dead. Do you know that, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, before 96, so it would have been about 94, 95 time, I was in Walton Prison, Liverpool, and unknown to each of us, we were both in there at the same time.
My God.
But I was obviously in the seg block. I wasn't anywhere near his wing.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he was in there, and he didn't know I was in there. And a couple of years later, that's when we met up.
That's incredible, isn't it?
It's amazing. And there's like, at that time, there was about 1,200 cons in Liverpool, because it's one of the biggest Victorian jails in the country, apart from the Scrubs and Wandsworth.
Wow.
And if I would have known he was in that fucking jail at that time, I would have took the screw hostage to get him down there.
Wow, that's amazing, that, Charlie.
Yeah, it's in one of my books.
Yeah.
But I often look at that. But the first time I met him was up in Wakefield in 1996, and it was after the Iraqi siege, and they let me out the cage to have an open visit with him, and it was fucking blew me away, mate. Fucking blew me away. Yeah.
Ah, it's amazing, mate. It's amazing. Well, I'm glad.
I love him. I've always loved him, but I fucking hate him that he's on the drugs. I fucking hate drugs.
Well, hopefully he'll get that turned round now, mate.
Well, it was a lovely card I got off him. You know, he told me he loved me and he misses me and blah, blah, blah. So I wrote him a nice letter. I've got one of my mates to sort him a few quid out.
Great.
And maybe you could be right. Maybe he's at that stage of his life now, because he's 49 now, you know.
Yeah, well, he's a
at
year
that stage of his life now. He realises his best years are probably over.
He's a year older than me. That's right.
Is he a year older than you?
Yeah, well, I'm 49 on the 16th of February.
Fucking hell.
I know.
But yeah, I've always loved him. But it is what it is. I've got no fucking regrets and never will have. You know, I'm not the best dad in the world. I know that, because I wasn't there for him. But at the end of the day, I love him.
All that can change now, mate. I tell you what, as well, before the buzzer goes, I saw on the internet, I saw the cover of Broadmarsh. And I saw a picture of the boxes with the books in. So Richard's got them, so I'm going to get myself one.
Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to make a prediction.
Yeah.
It's a bestseller, that.
Definitely, mate. Definitely.
Honestly.
100%, mate. It will be.
Put it up on your site, you know. You know, when you get a copy, take a photo of you holding it and do a review on it.
I will do, mate. I will do. I'm going to get in touch with Richard and get that sorted.
I think it's the most violent book ever been wrote in the last 10 years.
Yeah, it'll be a bestseller, mate. And then
I think it'll end up a movie, you know.
I know. Fingers crossed, mate.
Marsh Asylum, come on.
Oh, fantastic, man. Could be a TV series.
Sounds eerie, doesn't it?
It does, mate, aye. You wouldn't...
And see the front cover, I painted that.
I wouldn't want to stay there.
Oh, nor would I. It actually makes Broadmoor a Wendy house. It actually makes fucking Broadmoor a Wendy house.
Ah, brilliant. It must be bad if you don't want to stay there.
Hey, when he broke out of that Broadmarsh, mate, the world was in fear, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be fantastic.
It's going to go off. Hey, listen, my prediction with the match on in 5 minutes, Chelsea will win 2-0.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the same scoreline today. I think Chelsea will win, but I'll say 1-0.
Spurs are going to win and all.
Spurs will win today.